Hello AAC Universe, I'm your host Russ the CEO, and in this video I'll be sharing my thoughts on the new Space Jam movie. This movie was released this past week and is available to watch on HBO Max for those of you that would like to see it. Space Jam has received mostly negative reviews from critics and fans alike. Now, although I have come across people who have really loved this movie. Now, hopefully after watching this video, you'll understand why so many of us were disappointed. Now, before we get started, be sure to like this video as this really helps us out, and share this video with your friends that are considering watching this film. Now, LeBron James' Space Jam isn't actually a sequel to the original, but at the same time it is. There are general nods and references of the original film throughout, but the Looney Tunes haven't really progressed since Michael Jordan entered their universe. The premise of the film is that LeBron James, or King James, is hard on his two sons and really wants them to excel in basketball. LeBron's son Dominic, who the film follows closely, is more interested in coding and technology, and he even codes his own video game and shares it with LeBron early in the film. Now, LeBron and Dominic attend a business meeting with Warner Brothers executives where they are introduced to new scanning technology created by a program named Algae Rhythm, and Algae Rhythm is played by Don Cheadle. Now, LeBron rejects the technology, and this upsets Algae Rhythm, and he decides to lure LeBron and Dominic to the Warner Brothers server room, which is his domain. There, he separates the two, and in order for LeBron to get his son back, he'll need to put together a team and beat Algae Rhythm in a game of basketball. Now, let's talk about a few things I liked about this movie first. So, I really enjoyed the animation, especially when the big game happens. The animation is a true gem in this movie. The film is bright, it's colorful, and the Looney Tunes are true to their nature here. Now, for the most part, the Looney Tunes you'd expect are here, such as Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, Wile E. Coyote, and the Roadrunner. Now, there are a lot of cameos in this movie, and during the big game, the audience is filled with many characters. A few that I saw here were The Mask, Penguin from the Tim Burton Batman movies, King Kong, and It. Now, if you look through the crowd, I'm sure you'll catch even more that I might have even missed here. Now, let's talk about the things that made this movie fall flat. So there are so many different elements to the story that really just didn't do it for me. The first is they try to paint LeBron as this bad father that doesn't care about his son. But LeBron's behavior is the complete opposite throughout this film. So when LeBron is trying to make amends with Dominic at the end of the movie, the moment just feels flat. Now, another thing is the tone of this movie. Now, it fails to stay consistent throughout, and I get that this movie really tries hard to be as loony as possible, but then there are these brief moments where LeBron is trying to connect with his son, and the moments just feel forced. And this also may be due to my first point. There really isn't a strong enough belief that LeBron is really tough on his son and he's a bad father, and maybe if this were shown throughout the film, the audience would feel rewarded at the end when the two reunited. Now, LeBron's acting in this movie is alright, but to be honest, I didn't expect an Oscar-winning performance out of him here. But what really hurts this film is how LeBron's character is handled. He's barely a significant part of the solution throughout the story, and no one really listens to him. He's trying to practice with the Looney Tunes, but they all just want to be wacky and out of control. Now, this is the same team that supposedly went against the Monstars, but you'd never know it as none of the characters seem to know what basketball is or how to play, and I'm like, didn't we already overcome this hurdle previously? I get that this film is not a direct sequel, but when Bugs Bunny is looking for the other Looney Tunes, the images of the characters are in their original Toon Squad uniforms, so there should at least be some progress from the previous movie. Now, later in the film, the Looney Tunes all say that LeBron wants them to do things his way, but the poor guy never really swayed anyone to his side the whole movie. Now, LeBron really feels like a side character in this film. Even during the big game, the script just doesn't give him much to do other than just stand there. He does get a few shots in, but LeBron James is one of the most athletically gifted people on the planet, and we hardly see him dunk or really do much during the final game. Now, heck, even at one point, the Looney Tunes take over by being, well, loony. Sadly, they could have done this movie without LeBron and put anyone else in his place, which is a shame as this movie could have really given us a different perspective of LeBron James. But I've left this film, and my only thoughts were this film was made so LeBron could just add another paycheck and to sell promotional material. Now it's time to hear from you out there in the AAC universe. Did you like Space Jam, or do you agree with any of my points? Either way, we'd like to hear from you. Please be sure to comment below, and if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe as we have new content coming out every single day. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm out.